I plug myself up real fast too. We died last time. Do
Right.
you remember that?
I do remember that. All right, now I can hit go live on Instagram and we should be good to go. And we'll see what happens with comments because the YouTube comments are usually unhinged, so I usually don't even put those on anymore. I don't know. I don't know what it is with YouTube, but it's like they have like professional trollers. Like that's exactly what they go for. Like that's the thing that they want to do. And some of it is just so unhinged, it's ridiculous. All right. Hi.
What's up? What's up?
All right. So for anybody who's watching, tell them who you are and why we're chatting.
My name's Tom. My brand is Rave at the Raceway. I work for Dominion Raceway. We just did our annual Rave at the Raceway this past weekend. Drifting, foam party, street racing. It was a banger. Had a lot of fun. We're gonna talk about it.
All right. Well, so I don't think I went to last year's. I went to a event, but I didn't do the one that was around this time frame last year.
So
Uh,
last year was two separate events. So last year we
okay.
did a foam party that was just a foam party in the street racing, and
Okay.
then we did later in the season around October. We themed it
The
the
October one was the one I went to.
yep, the Halloween themed drift day. Yeah, this
So
year we
have
decided to
you,
put it together. It felt better.
okay. Okay, so you guys have had you guys have had more drifting events in like what the past 2 years I've noticed.
Hmm. Yes, ma'am.
Andy from Pop Pop's Garage says he's currently exporting clips from Rave at the Raceway.
Yeah. I appreciate them. Been using them for this recap video.
Well, Andy basically had his hand into like everything. He did the street night on Friday with one car. He did drifting on Saturday with another. Multiple cars in his vendor spot. Like he just he decided he was going to be everywhere.
Yeah, I definitely appreciate him. Like he really helped me with some promoting, getting some drifters out. Bringing out the Lotus and the Beat and all that stuff, giving some people
Yeah.
some really nice show cars to look at for sure.
So with the fact that you guys are doing drifting more and we had this big 2 day event. Now, the Friday of this event was the street night where we used the drag strip and whatever you had that was street could run down the drag strip essentially. And then Saturday we drifted for the day. The entire day we drifted some portion of the course and everybody was really excited to have the bridge course. They were very bummed that they could only have it for 2 hours, even though we all understood.
Yeah.
um, do you plan on having more Rave at the Raceway events, or is it just going to be the one big one each year?
Um. So yeah, like I'll have the big one every year, but I'm trying to get some new ones in. I had definitely have some ideas that I am going to try to bring to life in 2027. I don't think I'll ever get into like the competitive drift events. I don't think I know enough. Yeah, I could bring Kevin in. I could bring uh Mimas in.
Andy.
You know what I mean? I could
Yeah,
bring the people in to do it. I just don't think that it's what I want to do. I'd rather
sure,
just like enjoy the drifting and like show love by just giving them some
sure.
prize money for this and
I
prize money for that. So
I think most of the drifters that are participating as it stands would feel the same way. As like the competitions are nice, but so many of them just want a full course that they can run, which is why they keep asking for like a hot lap of like the full course. Um, but I think where you're going with it is probably going to be fine because that's been the feedback that I've gotten the most is they like the fact that they can just have a different track and they get to have a road course versus just an oval.
yeah, so the answer is definitely yes. I'm trying to figure out at least one more drift day. That
Okay.
is, a Rave at the Raceway drift day. And like I said, just trying to find a good sponsor so I can do something fun
Okay.
for them and bring out the spectators and just have a good day.
Sure. Andy said hot lap would be fire. Yes, Andy, we all agree with you.
Yeah,
Did you
yeah.
did you end up
Trying
talking
to
to
figure
Andy
that out.
East? Did
What
you
was
end up
that?
talking to Did you end up talking to Andy East?
No, not yet. But me and him, so it's kind of funny. I don't, and no, not a lot of people probably understood that moment in the drivers' meeting. But like
Oh, I
me and
did.
him talk a lot. Like I would think like I probably talk to him more than most drifters that I've talked to. Like we've had a lot of conversations because he did used to work at Dominion. So me and him just, we've talked a lot, and he knows how I feel about Dominion. I know how he feels about Dominion, and so I've never met him though. So when he started, sharing his opinions in the drivers' meeting,
Yeah.
it clicked. I was like, "You must be Andy East, huh?" Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
yeah, that was
Well, it's
he's a
funny
good
that you
guy though.
say it's funny you say that because I talk to Andy a lot too. Like I send him stuff. I'm like, what are your thoughts on this? And I had never met him in person either. And with social media, sometimes it's like all about their car and not a lot of themselves. And I'm going to sound horrible when I say this, but a lot of white men with a beard, a hat, and glasses look like the same white man to me sometimes.
Yeah.
And we have a lot of those. So sometimes I'm like, oh, I know you, but I don't know why I know you because there's a lot happening here. And so I didn't realize it was Andy till you said something like, oh, that's him. Okay.
Yes. Yeah, yeah. I caught on right away. I caught on right away. But yeah, definitely good dude, and I'll definitely have some conversations with him. Um, and then also the guys at Mimas have some ideas on how we could
Okay.
potentially bring some hot lap and stuff there. Um, I just the track themselves, they're definitely like they're not for the full course. I mean, it was definitely it was a headache this past time. I like Kevin knows. I mean, it was a battle, and then it all broke down to like we can do this, we can do that, we can do this, we can do that, and then we kind of just went with like the simplest and what we knew we had staff for. And then I
Okay.
am glad that we did it that way because the car show portion of Saturday was what it was, but I mean you've seen we brought out like over 400 trucks, so we really did need
Right.
them over in the oval.
I have to be honest, I didn't walk over to the Oval on the drift day just because I didn't have time. But I actually, nobody come for me in the comments. I love the squatted trucks because I think they're ridiculous. And I love when people do like the most ridiculous things they possibly can. Like even with the drift cars, that's like my favorite thing. Um, and there is such a level of like everything in motorsports. Like there's like a personality that kind of comes along with the different spaces,
Yeah,
and the guys and girls with like the squatted trucks, like they're just there for the party. Like
yeah,
that is the vibe that they have. They don't care where they are. There's a party wherever they are. It's great. So I
yeah.
definitely saw a lot of that as they rolled through. I saw a lot of the trucks, but I didn't get to see the party component of that.
Yeah, I love the squatted trucks as well, but I also love everything. I just
Same.
I'm
Sorry,
in
very
this
rude.
I'm in this just to appreciate what it is. And
Hmm.
for me, I don't know that I grew up in Philadelphia, so I grew up around all the ghetto big rims and the donks and
The hoopty, the
yeah, all the
hoopty,
all the ghetto stuff. So it just takes me back to those days.
with some spinners.
Yeah, exactly. Just spree wells. They
Oh my goodness. All right. So, how do you feel the event went like overall both days? Was there like a good, better, best, pros and cons, things to look out for next year? I know I asked a lot of questions in one shot.
No, you're fine. So overall, I think it went amazing. Like I'm super happy for the way it turned out this year. Um, having an event with like no fights and stuff like that, especially when you are bringing
Sure.
that party aspect, you know what I mean? Like I can't really ask for more. Um, so pros and cons, I would say uh, probably not putting it on the same week as Elite Tuner was probably my con. It just hurt
Okay.
us when it came to it just hurt us when it came to the show cars.
Okay.
Uh, did we have some good show cars out there? We had quality. We had a good amount. Yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. But would we have hit harder if I wasn't battling such a big show? Probably. Um, but I think Friday night, I mean, you were over at the street racing side. It was
Yeah,
insane. I mean, insane,
yeah.
insane. It was
I mean, you guys,
crazy.
you guys had like a line backed up, like all the way past the building, pretty much back into the pits.
Yeah. And then, as far as Friday night's car show, I think it was great. And um, I'm not gonna say too much about, the behind the scenes stuff, but we
Sure.
definitely, if you were walking around in the street racing side, you would have seen a lot of badass show cars that should have been in that
Yeah.
oval.
Oh,
Next year
absolutely.
we'll definitely work on making sure it's more organized and getting them parked in the proper places. So the show would have looked better in the oval. But overall, I mean, the vibe was there. It was great. There was love all the way around the building. And like I said, I seen quality all over the facility. So
Sure. David,
I think it was great.
David Beaton, he was one of the gentlemen that was handling tires and stuff with Kevin. He said next year, can we work on keeping the back section open all day for drifting?
So like so just the bridge.
I I th- I I think so. David, is that what
I,
you mean, like just the bridge section, or
listen,
like
Dominion isn't as afraid of the bridge as they are what they are calling the back S's, that really high speed part.
mhm.
That's I don't know. Again, I just some battles you just don't want to deal with, and I just don't want to deal with that battle. It's
He said yep under the bridge because
Yeah, the
the
bridge thing
bridge.
is probably possible. Yeah, I
Okay.
just have to. Yes, the big answer is yes. We can do that.
Okay.
I just have to find more staff. But yes, that's I
Okay.
have a whole
Okay.
year to figure that out.
Okay. Well, so let's talk about staff though, because for your event, did it have to, sir? I swear it's like he knows we've got the camera rolling every freaking live. If I were sitting here and not on the live talking to you, he wouldn't be here right now. Andy said, I definitely want to do the bridge again. I know when I talked to Travis, Mopar Travis with Black Betty, he had said the same thing. He's like, I hate the fact that we only got it for like 2 hours. He's like, I'll take it. But he's like, I just love that section. Now, with that being said, staffing wise, does it have to be Dominion staff that helps you? Can it be your own staff that's hired separately or outsourced or volunteered? How does that work?
Yeah, probably. Probably. I could probably do that. I don't know.
Volunteer, you mean?
Yeah, yeah. Or pay somebody that actually knows, they're not gonna want like some rando in there that don't know what they're doing.
No,
But if like
100%.
if somebody from like Kevin's team just is willing to, sacrifice their day and actually make some money, I can pay people. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. It's just a matter of just, doing it, is all on me. I'll take blame for all, a lot of this stuff. Like figuring out that back half of the track really was like, I knew we were doing it, but figuring it out was such a last minute thing,
Okay.
because last minute it became an issue. Like, oh, we don't want them going to crazy high speeds. We'll let them do it, but we're going to be short staffed and blah blah blah. So we should only do it from 10 to 12. And then it was like, no, we don't want them going out there bright and early from 10 to 12 going high speeds. So that's why we settled on only the bridge and we cut off the back S's. And then it became, like I said, still a staffing issue. But again, I will make sure that we have more staff, and that, yes,
Okay.
Dominion is not afraid of the bridge. They were more afraid of that high
What
speed section.
what's the concern with the high speed section? Because I could see
I don't know.
from okay, okay. So I was gonna
Yeah,
say
like
I could
I
see
don't
from
want
a
to. I don't
drifter's
know. I
perspective
don't
that
know.
they would want it for sure, which I think
Yeah.
is why everybody is asked. Let's see. I got a couple other things. Hayden said, "Boy, pay attention to your beakers and flasks, you scientists." I'm not sure what we're referring to exactly. And he said he only got 2 runs in under the bridge. He got twice before his car broke. Hayden had one of those days where he went out, he went out one more time, he had to fix something. He had to run home to get the part. He came back, he fixed something. He had to run to the auto parts store to go get something. Like the whole
Yeah.
day, he was just like fixing something.
Yeah. He
Um,
told me it was a rough day for him.
Yeah, and then Andy said he would definitely want to do bridge again. And bridge is cool. I forgot to go to the other side of bridge to capture more from the other side. I got kind of like stuck myself in one spot a little too long.
Hmm.
Um, but it's such a unique experience to have the bridge because it's not something like even at Summit, when they're at Summit Point, they don't drift under the bridge, they start at the bridge.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, that's what Andy was telling me.
mhm. So it's definitely a unique experience. And I know that it was one of those things where having the experience kind of made them definitely want it a little bit more. David said for the high speed section, have it for cage cars only. I I I know I'd like to try the section also. Yeah, I mean it makes sense. That you would want to at least attempt it.
Yeah.
I don't know, and David, you'll have to let me know because you and Andy drove through there. Is it something where the fear is what you would hit when you go through the drift? I didn't hop in a car this weekend because I was just here, there, and everywhere. Um, and it's been a hot minute since I hopped in last time. I think it was October. So is it one of those situations where if you don't enter it properly, there's a wall that's ugly that's an issue if you're going the high rate of speed? Like what's the safety concern there from your perspective?
Andy East isn't
Uh,
in the track. He might know better than me. I have no idea what they're afraid
I
of.
don't think Andy's in here and he's fired. Maybe I should text message him and be
I was
like,
gonna say, I
look,
really
boo.
don't know. I do not know what the issue is. I do not know. I don't know what the issue is, and like, I'm not going to downplay it because I don't know what the issue is. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like,
exactly.
I know. Again, they were going to allow it. It just became a situation of not having enough staff between 4 and 6 to do it
Okay.
between 4 and 6. So they were actually going to allow a full drift track session. They were only trying to allow it from 10 to 12, the same way we did the bridge section. And
Okay.
and me and Kevin, shout out to Kevin because he cares so much about you guys that he said no. He said we are not doing a full track drift session first thing in the morning because it's
Yeah.
just dangerous, and we could not figure out how to get more staff from 4 to 6. And
Okay.
again, can we get more guys out there? Yeah, absolutely. But they just weren't going to do it last minute like
Yeah.
that.
No, that's fair. And I think I missed a comment. Andy says I'm not mad at having to grip drive the back section. Saves a ton on tire. I feel like LOL. And Hayden says I agree with the tire comment. Having a water box set up on the S section would be sweet. Not a horrible idea. Or having just a water box set up anywhere so that they can wet their tires for a cool down lap, or when they
Mhm.
come off track, they can go through the water. Um, Andy said, I think it's people flying into the blind 90-degree turn before the bridge. I see what you're saying because when they come around that guardrail, the hotel's right there. I could see them drifting that corner for sure. And you have to get uphill as well, too.
Yeah, like that's where most
Um,
of their accidents happen. So I understand why
okay.
they're so afraid of that section.
Okay. And David said, that's what I feel like since you're going fast, walls come up quick when you go off. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. All right. I mean, definitely worth revisiting. I'm actually gonna message Andy East and ask him why he's not on our live right now. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna give him a hard time because we need him to interject and tell us we're wrong.
No, he will definitely say we're wrong and that he told me everybody's big boys out here, they can figure it out. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Well,
the
I
time.
think I think that's kind of it though too. Is with how big the track is, you can choose which portion of the track you want to run. Now, if you're in a hot lap situation, it's different because you have to be a little bit mindful about how you're running everybody out. You almost have to have a grid to where you have single and you have your tandem line, and then like we have to like slow people down potentially, but
Yeah.
you could somewhat hot lap it. You'd have to be a little mindful of it because you're going to have different skill levels. um, and then let's see, David said if you do the water box, have it after the last turn afterwards. Yeah, 100%. 100%. because I think the other drawback is, and Andy said it as well too. Andy East said it as well too. Is having the pit where we keep having it is like the most treacherous portion of the whole thing because there's so much happening, and sometimes you can see when you pull around a parallel trailer situation, sometimes you can't. Um, there's people shooting through there, so it would definitely be great if we could actually be pitted over in the gravel lot versus
Yeah, so
having
that's what's
that
going
like
to
on
happen
stretch.
for my events moving forward
Okay.
is we're going to put y'all in the North Paddock. I the goal is obviously to have a crazy car show.
Yeah.
Last two times we just didn't do it, so I'm just going to put it with everything else in the oval and then just put the drifters in the paddock area.
Okay.
Um, with that being said, probably will still leave like areas from like power pole 4 to like 1 open all the time. So this way there's
Sure.
still that section for the spectators to be able to sit on the wall and view. But yes, gonna try to get you guys all put in the paddock next time.
Andy's yeeting a child into bed. 1 second. um, yeah, I mean, all in all, I mean, the whole event from my perspective, even though I don't really get to experience the whole event, I just get to kind of like wander through it with a camera up to my face.
Me either.
Um, I mean, it seemed to go fairly well. Hey, at least this time you had wheels. Somebody
Oh,
provided you with 4 wheels this time.
yeah, yeah. Shout out to Terry, man. That was a lifesaver. I don't even know how I was doing it without a golf
Yeah,
cart.
yeah. I was glad I could take the Jeep everywhere as we were kind of wandering through. Um, Now, do we know what we're thinking maybe for next year? Is there any like different plans in the works?
So I'm gonna say this. I am literally probably gonna change this event every year until I figure out what the perfect formula is.
Okay,
Um,
fair enough.
but
As you should.
yes, we are going to change it again next year. So next year, what we're thinking we're going to do is Friday night have our normal Friday
Hmm.
street racing. So pretty much it's not even going to be part of my event, but we
Okay,
will allow the drifters and whoever, if they want to come camp Friday night, we'll allow them
okay.
to camp Friday night.
I like
Set you
that.
guys up in the paddock area. So this way, Saturday morning, drift day Saturday morning. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do in the oval yet because I kind of don't want to bring the truck show back with it. We're going to see. We'll see that part. But then everything that we did on Friday night, we're going to do on Saturday night. So it'll just be like a 1 day event this time.
Okay,
Yep.
okay,
And we'll allow everybody to camp out Saturday night and then Sunday morning do like a cars and coffee and send
okay.
everybody on their way.
I like that. I think it's less chaos that way too, and
Mm.
I think it solidifies kind of what you're doing because I feel like the street night, though it was fine for what it was. I'm not sure it fit the whole event, if that makes sense. Like it,
Yeah.
yes, it was there, but it didn't feel like it fit the event.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like almost two separate things. I mean, which
Yeah,
is fine. I'm okay with that because, that's, people like try to say, oh, I get these comments like, oh, you must have never heard of Hyperfest. You must have never heard of Grid Life. And, I tell people
yeah.
like, them dudes, like, they're doing their thing. I love what they're doing. But, like, if you come to what we're doing, it's definitely different. Like, we're
Yeah.
incorporating the cars with the lights and with the DJs. And, everything's kind of close together. And we're a way smaller venue. We're way, just
Oh,
a way
sure.
smaller thing. So it's like, um, I feel like I'm okay with it feeling like two separate things just because it's still I think they still have to live together. I think the reason why we the event is so packed out is because there is the street racing and there is the
Hmm.
music and the DJs. I think that all of it together is what makes people want to come out.
Well, sure. I mean, I think there's a little bit for everyone. I think that's a big portion of it. David said, "Thank you big time for giving my mom a ride to the pits."
Oh yeah, for sure, for sure. Anytime. I felt bad. I could. She asked me for a second ride, and I was like, "Oh my god, Red Bull's asking me to go out to the field to snap these pictures." And it was like, I think it was like we ran out there and we maybe seen like 8 people go through the track. Like it was the very end of the day,
Yeah.
and there was like that last minute crash, so we weren't even sure if we were even going to get the pictures. I was like, I'm sorry, I'll be right back if you need me.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Um, yeah, Andy actually had Red Bull in his car. There's supposed to be footage of that coming out at some point in time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, shout
so
out to
I,
Red Bull. That was crazy. I mean, my whole feed is like everybody talking about how they're somebody put that they feel like they're sweating Red Bull out, like they just drank so much of it this weekend. So yeah, shout out to them. They were giving like everybody just cases of Red Bull as they were
that's
leaving.
so funny. That's
Yeah.
great. Yeah, I mean, I think I saw everybody kind of briefly, like as the day went on. At some point in time, Andy and I were having a conversation. We're like, "What is going on?" We look over and there's this red car just blowing color flames out of the rear, and there's a guy laying on the ground. And we would later see it online that the guy had his cell phone down. Was what he was doing was he was trying to record,
Uh
and
huh.
it was Red Bull. Like they were trying to record the Red Bull can, the color of the car, and like everything that was happening. I'm like, makes so much sense now.
Yeah.
And that would be the only thing from, so like from a media perspective of the event. Um, when I was where I was parked for the electrical and the camper situation, there was a lot of noise pollution. So most of my video from that portion isn't my typical, yes, you can hear the engine, yes, you can hear the car
Mm,
coming, yes, you can hear it drifting, because there's two-step happening over here. There's a big truck over here. There's
yeah.
people talking right here. Like I'm like, oh, I have to put music on this. That sucks, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that one for you. You might have to get a mic. You might have to get a mic and just put it on the cars itself.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, because
Andy has finally joined us. He said, "Yo, what's up?" Well, we were looking for you because we were talking about the event, and we figured you would tell us everything we did wrong. No, I'm kidding. we we
in
want
so
your
many
feed,
words.
we want your feedback on what full course and hot lapping would look like from your perspective, because apparently from the Dominion perspective, they don't mind us drifting the bridge. It's the back S's because of the speed. And from your perspective, what do you think of the concern there? Because there's a safety concern there. I guess that's probably where the majority of accidents just on any regular type of racing happens, correct?
Yeah.
He said event was great.
We
Well,
appreciate it.
we'll see what he
Definitely
says.
appreciate it.
Um, but yeah, from a media perspective, there was so much happening, like it was hard to capture everything.
Yeah.
So I tried to stick to the cars because that's kind of my thing. Anyway, sir, why are we doing this again? There are other places in this house you could be right now. I promise you. Um,
Yeah, I definitely want to set my game up next year with like realizing I can't do everything myself and hire more
yeah,
media and yeah, all the things because I thought I was going to be able to capture media. So I only, obviously I know you always look out. I know that the humdrum, he takes care of me.
yeah,
I've had a few guys actually this year. We went crazy with media this year. I mean, there's so
okay,
much up there, but yeah, I definitely next year I'm going to hire some people for some specific things because, like the party aspect of it, there's not too much footage of that, and
yeah,
I would have liked to have captured a little bit more of that this year, just for the marketing next year and blah blah blah.
yeah. That's fair. And I think even when I go to the larger events, they I don't want to say they section off the media, but like even when you go to apply for it, like even for Grid Life, um, you have to tell them what you're applying for, because you may only want to apply for being a concert media person and you just
Mm,
want stage access. You may
okay.
just want track access.
Yeah.
Um, and a big part of that is just the fact that you can't be in all the spaces. Like, I mean, I
Hmm.
still have photo and video that I took of a Shack, DJ Diesel, and T Pain that I haven't edited. It's there. I could do something
Yeah.
with it. I've never done concert stuff, so none of it's amazing, but
Yeah.
I haven't sat still long enough to like play with it to see if I can come up with something like a little artistic. Andy said hot lapping would be very simple. Worker releasing cars in turn two on hot track. Cars at turn seven question mark can either go right to hot lap or left to exit through back S's to pits.
We're gonna have to draw that up and then
We need a visual. We need
yeah, I
crayons.
need a
We need
visual
all
and
the
then
things.
and then I'll present it. That's what I do. I just present everything. I don't care, man. For me, a no is just something to just keep working towards anyway. So
Andy said Andy's half track hot lap. Oh, okay, we have both Andys. We're gonna go pop pop and Andy. Andy will be Andy or East
yeah.
and pop pop. How about that? All right. Pop pop says Andy's half track hot lap, and East says it would be in theory require less corner workers, have more cars on track for spectators. Now,
Mm,
I know where East is going for with this because it's such a large track, if you don't have a lot of cars out at the same time, or you have something happen, your spectators walked away from the wall
oh
because there
yeah,
was there was nothing keeping their attention because they have this whole scenery to look at, but there's nothing happening on it.
yeah,
So I get what Andy's saying. It's like if you can keep them moving without having to wait to launch, makes sense. Yeah, and Pop Pop said would be constant cars.
yeah. I'm thinking like that's what I was thinking too. Like of putting like maybe something that's like a little bit smaller into the north paddock with them that could
Okay.
everything could fit like a I don't know. I've seen these guys that'll do like the wheeling stuff and just do circles and wheelies like in not a huge area, just something small that like you're saying that will just keep people's
Hmm.
attention while drifting is down or just something
Right.
else to look at just to add an extra element to this because that's the thing. I gotta unfortunately I'm gonna have to keep adding element and more
I
to
mean,
it.
sort of. I think what East's point is that if you had cars constantly moving, you wouldn't need the extras
Yeah.
for the attention gap or the attention span. Um, I mean, I don't even hate the idea of the truck show still happening. The truck show seems to have done better, interestingly enough, than the car show.
Yeah,
Um,
it always does. Those kids come out. They come out
yes,
and they need a home and they support. That's
yeah.
yeah.
I love their energy. I think they're great. East says during drivers meeting, me asking to release cars faster than turn two, it retains attention better than a lot of downtime between cars. Yeah, yeah, East, we're with you. I think. My friend Dave said burnouts until tires explode. Never heard. Well, we don't have a legal pit for that or for that yet, do we?
No, I'm trying. I need like a concrete pad.
Okay. Okay. Um,
Wait, but hold up. What are we talking about? Because I don't want to do. I don't. I'm not
we're
really
not we're not
looking.
talking we're not talking about takeover. We're talking about a burnout pit. Like,
Okay,
yeah.
yeah. That's what I want to do. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah, we're,
I
we're
am
we're not
not.
doing we're not doing a takeover event. We're just talking about a burnout pit where people can
Yeah,
burn tires off and entertain people, and everybody loves it. We don't know why we love it, but we all love it.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah.
six
And
speed
like
element.
for anybody that's watching, if y'all are doing those legal takeover things, like again, I'm a ghetto boy. I love to go watch them. Me and my wife will go watch them. We'll go hang out. But yeah, I just personally am not gonna host
Yeah,
one, and we're just yeah, no,
yeah, that's fair. I
It's
mean,
I
legal
watch
pit
from
is not
afar.
for yeah, legal pit's not for everybody, and it's meant for entertainment. And unfortunately, there's a culture that comes with it that gets a little squirrely and negative sometimes. Unfortunately, too.
Yeah,
Six speed element said that the truck show was packed, and that is an accurate statement because I saw nothing but trucks driving past us all day long.
yeah. Definitely the trucks they will support. I appreciate the hell out of them, and people can make whatever comments they want about the trucks, and I'm just gonna keep doing what I do. You
uh,
just gotta keep, moving forward. It's not like, again, a lot of people look at me and they ask certain questions like, why are you doing this? And I need them again to understand I still work for Dominion. I still gotta rent the track at the end of the day.
yeah,
You know what I mean? So like
yeah,
it's these kids are looking for a place to go. They're willing to pay for a place
Yeah.
to go. Like, yeah, we're gonna make the money, and we're gonna just keep trying to do better to make sure that it's a safe event. I mean, I know you didn't go to that side, but again, like this whole weekend, there may have been something that I haven't seen or haven't heard of, or something may have happened. But like from what I know, we had
Yeah,
like no
not at all.
fights, and I know we didn't have no fights at that truck show, and that was obviously going to be my main concern, where fight would potentially happen
Yeah.
because they are younger, they get a little rowdy, you know. So, but no, I mean it was a really good event, and they had fun with that audio competition. I've never seen them have so much fun and just be so together and just doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, it sometimes it's like small pleasures. Like my friend Dave says, the smell of race gas and burnt rubber should be a cologne. I'll get right on that, Dave. I'll figure it out. I'll get right along. Get right on it. uh, but I mean, even though with the way this gets set up, the spectators have like the gravel parking. You can use the oval for the extra event that's happening at the same time, whether that's trucks, whether that's cars, that sort of thing. Um, so, and then we can use pits for the drifters this time so that they don't have to be in that chute.
Yeah,
And I think, I mean, honestly, just those changes alone will be like the next thing to try, and then figuring out how to actually run the track next time. Uh,
yeah.
we'll we'll have uh, we'll have East break out some paper and crayons and see what we can come up with to give the visual.
Yeah, that would be. I'm like I said, I'm down to see all the different ideas. I mean, I think that this year was built on some of the drifters' ideas. I mean, even if it was like we put out something and then somebody would make a comment of, oh, like instead of making it the lowest, I don't know, they changed something at some point. The lowest ride height ended up being something that somebody suggested. Some of the ways we gave away money and stuff like that. Yeah, so. Um,
Right.
yeah, like I said, I'm always down to hear all the suggestions because this event is
Okay.
for them. So I'm not the one out there drifting.
Well,
It's
let's talk about that too, because you did have you had a couple of contests for different types of vehicles, different types
hmm
of show cars, essentially. Talk to us about that a little bit.
um what do you mean? Say that one more time. Like all the different types of
So the awards that were given out for the varying types, like what were the awards that were given out?
so we did like lowest ride height, and I'm so sorry guys. I don't remember who won what. If they're
That's
in
okay.
there, they'll if they're in here, they'll tell you who won the money. I'm sure they were surprised to walk away with, you know, money in their hands at the end. The actually one of the guys that won the lowest ride height, he was that was Pop Pop's boy, I believe. The other Z that unfortunately I believe
Oh,
he
okay,
he had
Cam.
the crash. Yeah,
Yeah, he found a
he
wall.
won
Yeah,
lowest
he found
ride
a wall.
height. Yeah, again, I can't remember everything.
Yeah,
Who-
he said highest horsepower switched to lowest ride height.
okay, yeah.
That was one of the changes that were made. Well, so then it sounds like what we need to do is we just need to put a poll out on like varying things and be like, what are your suggestions, this versus that kind of thing, and see what people say. And you
Yeah,
can build it off the people. I mean, that's what it's built around anyway.
yeah, and I did do that kind of a little bit so far. Asking people if they think we should keep it a 2 day event versus a 1 day event. If we do keep it a 2 day event, should it be Friday and Saturday versus Saturday and Sunday? And again, we're taking all suggestions. That doesn't necessarily mean we're gonna run
Yeah,
with the way that people are asking for it.
sure.
Because people are asking for it to stay a 2 day event. But I love you guys. But it's the drifters because they want me to add an extra day of drifting, and
Yes.
it's so hard. It's so hard. I mean, I
Is
would love to do it. It's just
is there a way with the way the track is set up that half the track could be used for street and half the track could be used for drifting at the same time?
so that's what we're trying to figure out, and that's if I don't know what Andy East is talking about, but um I know that Dominion was talking about it the other day because somebody was asking for it, and they were talking about how to park them and how it could potentially happen. Um, we're gonna see. I mean, all again, I think in the year and a half. I mean, that's one of the comments you made when we got on here, right? Like, there's been a lot more drifting. So, like in a year and a half, I think that I've been there. I want to say that, like, I'm trying to do as much as I can to change things and keep building and figure out new ways to grow the business. I know that us doing drifting and the street racing at the same time is definitely a way to grow the business and throw some crazy events. So I'm definitely trying to figure it
Yeah,
out.
well, and I think if you could split the track, because I think there's someplace else we've done it before where we split a track to where half it's kind of like half and half. Um, so Six Speed Element said having the different things in different areas was great, made it feel like a theme park. Pop
Mm.
Pop said you could do both with Andy's hot lap layout. And Andy actually pulled up the track for me online and we were talking it through. That's why I asked. I was fairly certain a portion of that conversation we were talking about was you could still get a full road course and still potentially use the space for street so people could just run it. And then E said, yes, if you opened the back gate at the S's for the drift track exit.
Okay.
So you could just use half, and then the drifters could exit off the back end to get to the pits, and then they wouldn't have to interfere at all with that portion where the street cars go in and out.
Yeah. Again, I'm down for all the
Visual.
things. I'm down. Well, no, the visual, yeah, but I, this is something that was talked about this past. So we meet every Tuesday at
Okay.
Dominion for our meeting, and that was something that was talked about at the meeting. Is
Okay.
trying to see and figure out if we can make that happen. So yeah, the visuals would be awesome. Will Britt, the owner, he had his ideas of how to do it, which I'm pretty
Okay.
sure is exactly what Andy East is talking
Probably.
about. But just so you guys know, I'm not the organizer when it comes to those type of things. I just make the suggestions and then they figure it out, and then I put it on a flyer for you guys and try to get you out.
Right. Pop Pop said, "Send him a layout, Andy!" Exclamation point.
Yeah,
Um,
it's definitely that's definitely the next level for us with what we have. You know what I mean?
okay.
Like the next level is definitely a burnout pad. Like I have a client that I'm working with right now. Hopefully praying to everything, that we can get this sponsorship money from him. And
Okay.
it's something that he wants to do, but he's trying to bring a burnout pad there because he wants to do tug of war diesel trucks.
Oh, I
Yeah.
would like to sign up for media for that. That sounds kind of cool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm trying to bring everything that I possibly can to Dominion, and Burnout Pad is definitely one of those things on the list.
And Andy E said CMD might be doing some things in October. They're doing a lot of things in October. um, Speaking of, so let's talk about sponsorship and kind of what that looks like in working with the track, because things like the pad or even the events, I would assume you probably have to have multiple sponsors to get certain things done, vendor wise.
Yeah, so that it was definitely cool this time around having the different types of shows on the different days because I was able to kind of spread it out and like get somebody that was specifically for the truck show, get somebody that was specifically for the drifting, get somebody that was specifically for uh 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 Auto Glass Plus. Like they gave us money that pretty much covered all the DJs.
Okay.
VA LED headlights. He provided enough money for us to do all the lasers and stuff like that.
Hmm.
So yeah, illusion wraps. They did all of our stickers and all that stuff for us for free.
Shout
Yeah,
out to Chase.
de- definitely. Sponsorship is key. I want to get better with getting more sponsors for that show. Um, the position that I'm in is definitely a little tricky because I still have to like focus on the sponsorship for the track, and like
Right.
this show is almost like secondary in a sense.
Okay.
Um, but I mean, I definitely got enough sponsorship to help myself this year to make me not super nervous, you
Yeah,
know, about
that's fair.
hosting it. Yeah, because a lot of people were like canceling their shows this year. So I was definitely on that, getting nervous, of attendance and
Sure.
pre-purchase and all that. I've never seen a good pre-purchase, so I just thugged it out, and it went well.
He said partnerships, not sponsorships. It's a two-way street.
Facts, facts. All
Um,
my sponsors are like family, so
Fair enough.
yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I had a thought and I think I just lost it. That's so normal for my conversations. Okay, yeah, whatever that thought was, it's gone now. I don't know what it was. Oh, I know what it was. Um, what does the rest of this year and next year tentatively look like for the drifters?
So for me and my brand, I have nothing for you. But we
Okay.
at Dominion, we do have next gen is coming on August 23rd, and uh
I haven't seen anything for what is that?
next gen, I believe they're based out of like Connecticut or something like that.
Okay.
I don't know. I just met him for the first time on Saturday. He came out. Some of the drifters probably talked to him because I'm pretty sure he walked down the line and tried to talk to them. I'm sure tried to get some of them out.
Hmm.
Um, he seems like a nice guy. Definitely throws some good shows. I mean, his media looks great and stuff like that. Uh, all I can tell you guys is like when I'm booking these guys and they're asking me questions and things like that, one of the main things I'm telling them is like, look, you need to do this, this, and this if you're going to bring drifting out, because you need to treat them right or you're going to lose them. And if you're not going to treat them right, definitely don't use me as a recommendation.
Yeah, fair enough. Um, so is it a drift event, is what you're saying?
It's like a car show. It's like a car show with drifting. It's like a
Okay.
car show with drifting. And then October. Oh, don't hate me. Don't hate me. Is it the fourth, the fifth? I
Hang
believe
on, I can tell you because it's on my
Catch My
schedule.
Drift is coming.
It's on my schedule. It is, I think it's right. Is it after Doricon? I don't remember now. Where is it? It's on my schedule. Where's East?
I was gonna say, don't hate me. Catch My Drift. I'm pretty sure it's the third, the fourth, the fifth, though. I'm like 95% sure it's that.
Oh yeah, there it is. It is because I have it on my schedule as tentative because I haven't heard back from media on that one yet. Um, but yeah, third and fourth is the Saturday, Sunday.
Third and fourth.
Yeah,
Third
yeah.
and fourth. Yeah. So
Um,
that's Catch My Drift. And then he has like they have a car show too, but you already know what that is with the $10,000.
yeah.
Yeah, and I know one of his days isn't a competition. It's like more open track where it's like everybody that's in the competition plus whoever just wants to come out and drive. And then we have one more event that's coming, but I don't know the rules on that. I think you actually can only drive it if you are like a BMW E30 or whatever.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
I'll
you.
have to get with you on some of those because I haven't seen any advertisements for any of those, and it's kind of good to get ahead of the advertising on those things so people can check them out to decide if they can put them on their schedule or not. Because there's so many local tracks in our area, and I say local, they're spread out, but they're all just close enough that if
Mhm.
they're having an event, they may not go to the one that's advertised last minute versus the one that they already knew about at the beginning of the year because it was already on the schedule. East
So
said, I'll be, oh, go ahead.
the one is called like NCE30 Oktoberfest.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
nothing but like E30s. Like when the guy came up and I met him or whatever, and he showed me all his media. I mean, it's just hundreds of E30s. That's all it is.
Okay. All right. You said I'll be judging CMD. It's an unlimited run what you bring competition. Some really heavy hitters, and yes, there's open drift day after comp day. Okay.
Okay. See? Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah, because I definitely said that backwards. But yes.
That's why we keep you, East. That's why we keep you. Keep us in line. Um, all right. So we definitely have drifting coming. Now, what if there was any sort of an organization that wants to get in touch with you about having an event, whether that's drifting, whether it's something else? How do they reach you?
Thomas.moore@dominionraceway.com.
Okay.
Thomas.moore@dominionraceway.com. Yep, just
Okay.
email me.
Perfect. East says CMD competition has current and formula and former formula drift drivers and local normal power drivers who change their own tires. Stop it. gotta gotta love you.
Yeah, I'm
uh,
definitely excited for the catch my drift thing. Like that's gonna be cool. That's different than like anything we've really done at Dominion. I mean,
Absolutely.
I don't know for sure. He knows probably better than I do, but I don't think they've done really drift competitions there. I know that the what is it called? I think US Drift used to come out, but I don't believe that they actually did competitions. I don't know.
Okay. I'm not much. It's interesting. I think last year was when I registered like Catch My Drift because some of these events, there's so many that sometimes I've never heard of them or they get mentioned to me in passing and then they don't really mean anything until they mean something. So Catch My Drift hopped on my radar last year and I didn't make it to one of the events. I'm not much of a competition person because I find the competitions kind of boring because of the way that they're run. I'm like, oh, we're doing it again? Okay. It's like are we done yet? No, we're not. Okay, we're not done yet. And it's just like because you see the same cars over and over again. Like I understand the reason for the competition and why the competitions exist, and that the people are really good at it and they want to win. But I think I'm so spoiled by the fact that I just get to look at cool cars all the time when I'm at the track that I'm just like, oh, we're looking at the same two. Oh, it's again. They get to go again. Okay, one more time.
Yeah. All right. Are we almost done now?
Yeah. Well, I had that happen at one. I'm like, I went to walk away. They go, we're not done yet. I'm like, the fuck we aren't. Why are we not done yet? There's no way this is still going. Because you end up from a media perspective, like unless you're really reporting on a competition, you just kind of you're kind of capturing the same thing over and over again unless somebody royally screws it up. And I'm not really there for the royal screw up. So it's just
Yeah.
kind of like I want to capture the cool thing. East says US Drift and Midwest Drift Union last did a competition at Dominion in like 2016, 2017.
Okay.
So it's been a
Yeah.
hot minute.
It's been a long time.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah,
Let's see.
they
What else
didn't
we got?
they haven't really chased like I said, they definitely didn't really chase too much drift stuff up until a year and a half ago, I guess.
All right. East says he is out and he'll catch the recap on YouTube. Thank you for joining us for a little bit with all your information and we appreciate you.
Yes, sir. I'll
All
reach
right.
out.
So, I mean, I think at this point we've kind of covered everything. Is there
Hmm.
anything that you want to like fill anybody in on? Did we cover everything?
No, honestly, I think that's it. I don't have a date yet for next year because
Okay.
I'm working with Elite Tuner, the one
Hmm.
that had the Fredericksburg Conventions show
Sure.
this week on the same day.
Sure.
Um, so I'm working with him and hopefully trying to figure it out. Uh, Me and him are actually doing an event together this in November 1st.
Okay.
So everything's good there. We just trying to figure out that next year date on how we can make it work if he can adjust some things. Because for me, I really just can't move my date. Like
Okay.
it's because of the way the NASCAR schedule is that we already have laid out for next
Fair
year.
enough. Fair
Um,
enough.
I can't move it. It's really hard, and I tried, and yeah, me and Kevin talked a lot, and I kept throwing out dates, and every one of them he just was like, August 21st, no, nope, he's at MRI. You know what I mean? Like every date it had
Yeah.
like another big drift thing. So it's like that July 31st is kind of like the open date for a good drift event.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably going to
Okay.
stay that date, but yeah, we'll make an announcement soon for the date. And then, yeah, I mean, I have some things in the works that will be cool when they drop and when everybody sees them drop. Hopefully
Okay.
everybody's excited.
All
Yeah.
right. Sounds good. Thank you, Thomas. Bye, guys.
Bye. Thank you so much.